Hey everyone, today I've been studying Mentimeter and trying to see how I can use it and utilize it in my presentations that I do. It can be used for school, business, other kinds of presentations that we can do, and it kind of replaces the clicker that sometimes teachers require their students to buy. Instead, they can grab their phone or their laptop and put in menti.com and interact with the presentation. It makes it a little bit more exciting and fun, and I'll show you some ways we can use it. So here we go. I'm going to go into my presentations. First, I want to show you kind of some of the tools we can use as we create a new presentation. I'm going to show you with this document, and then I'm going to show you how it looks in a presentation format. Now, I use this in a religious context using Book of Mormon characters, just so you know that's what the context is. So let me come in here to King Lamoni's conversion. Okay, I have this prepared for us, but I don't want to start with it. What you want to do is start a new slide. These are the types of slides you can use. Now with this free option, we get 2 for free. I've already used one over there. I'm going to show it to you. And then we have 5 quiz questions for free. I'm going to add this one as a heading, and I'm going to call it the same thing as the title of my. There's where we put it. You can put a subheading too. To explain it, I'm just going to stop right there. Well, I don't want that second. I really want that to be first. We can also add a theme. So let's say I want to do barbershop or, different options. Let's do barbershop just for fun. Okay, I'm going to get out of here. There's also templates you can use, and I'll show you configure a little later. So I'm going to go on to create a new slide. I want to kind of go through these options. Here's a multiple choice slide. And you write your question here, and I like how it just does it in real time. There we go, question. Here's your options. You can show the answers in a donut or in a pie, and as a teacher or presenter, you can decide how you want those to come. So as the students answer the questions, those will show up right there. Can we go ahead and throw that away just because I have to in order to get a new one? You got image choice. What's the image? So that you can put an image here. But you can say, like, which is the best image of King Lamoni or Ammon? And you can add lots of different options, and they'll say. Okay, throw that one away. We can do a word cloud. Like, I could say, what word do you think of when you think of Ammon? And then they have 3 words they can put there, or they can put 1. You can get them not to use profanity. These are different languages. Anyway, that's another option there. New slide. Here we go. We've got scales. I'll show that to you in a minute. Open-ended questions or things that they want to say. I did use this in my presentation, so I'll show you that later. 100 points is called, like, how would I prioritize this? What would you find to be the most important tool that Ammon used, for example? A 2x2 matrix where you can edit the cost and benefit lines and put your own item numbers in there. Who will win? Who's the best missionary, for example? Ammon, Abish, Aaron. Just a funny way of saying that. There's a lot of things you can do there. And these options are for the paid version. You also have quiz questions you can add, where you write the question here and the options down here and keep adding them as you need them. And then they can see who the winner is on that. Let me come up here to this question here. This was a sliding chart. Which character trait helped Ammon to be an effective missionary? And I put some options here, and as they click on these to put them in the right spot, they will see what people are agreeing with or disagreeing with. And I can add as many as I need to, and I can also see it in a spider chart, which would be kind of fun to see too. Okay, so when we're ready to share that with someone else, we can come here and export and share it. Also, you can just give your students your vote code, which will show also when you present. So there's a lot of options for there. I'm going to go back now and show you in presentation mode with Abish's Touch. I have to say, I've been thinking about these e-learning tools, and sometimes we get caught up in the tool and not in the objective. So we use these tools to fulfill the objective of getting the people that we're teaching to learn what we really want them to learn. So consider the objective and how to go about doing that. And I did that a little bit better in this one. Some of the other presentations I've done, I've just kind of showed you what the tool will do. But really think about what's the objective in the learning. Okay, so here I have Abish's Touch is what I called it, and we're going to go here to present. So the first thing I want to do is I'll pull up this eye here and I'll show that to my students. Hey everyone, grab your phone or your laptop, go to menti.com and enter this code. Now I've done this a couple times, and so you'll see, and you can only do it once. And there is a way of wiping it out, but you have to have the paid version. So here we go. I've got Abish's Touch, and the people will see this on their screen, and we'll go ahead and do it. They'll see this on their screen next. Now, they won't see these two things because that was me practicing with my phone. They'll see, what do you know about Abish? And then they'll have a little box and you can answer. So one of them was, who's Abish? The other thing I said is a prophetess from the New Testament. And they just start throwing things out, and things appear up here in front of everybody. They don't have your name that goes with it, so there's no shame in getting it wrong. I wanted them to think about Abish first. Think about what they already knew. And that's an important part of learning, is to really dig for what you already know so that you can build on that. So now I have this page where they have a header and a paragraph. And I say the story of Abish is found here in Alma, in the Book of Mormon. So I said, take 5 minutes and quietly read Alma and look for these words. These words are important, because on the next page I'll have them do something with them. So instead of just having a conversation about, the words, I wanted them to come up with questions about Abish that involve one of the words, like one, supposing, opportunity, marvel, touch, sorrow, or change. So when I did this on my phone, I came up with this question. Why was Abish the only one remaining standing when the rest had fallen? And why? And so when this comes up, the teacher can be like, okay, we've got all the questions in, let's talk about these. And then ask the students that question. And the teacher's therefore not answering the questions, but getting the student to think about the answer to that question. And we can mark that as answered. And then what did Abish's Touch do? And then the class can talk about that. What did it do? Like I said, I didn't like this layout. I liked it where you could see all the questions, but maybe there's some value in just saying one at a time and going through them one at a time. You just mark them as answered and you move on. So this is a quiz question. What did Abish do to start the chain of events that led to the conversion of many Lamanites? And I put some options here. I really don't think one of them is more right than the other, but I put them anyway, and you can show the winner. And here, I'll show you what that looked like. Okay, so that's the end, and that's what you can do. This can be imported into a regular PowerPoint presentation. It just makes it more fun, more interactive for the student than just sitting and listening to a lecture. It can also be used effectively to help students to think and to use their minds and not just listening, which doesn't seem to be a super effective way of helping people learn. So I do love this tool. I think it's good. I can see how it's useful. And that's all. Thanks for watching.